All right, so what's up? Good morning, everybody. So this is the day I need to cut down these autoflowers. They are way overdue, so I'm going to show a little bit of how I do this. These were grown outdoors, so they need to be bud washed. Those two pails, one has baking soda, one has regular water, and that right there is just a pan just to put the buds after I'm finished. And those are a bunch of different ways to clip. I use those to clip the branches off, and those two little ones to trim the leaves. Here's the hose just in case I need it. So here we go. I'm gonna show you how this is done, or at least how I do it. So I took one of the branches off already. You can see it in my hand. I did not trim any of the leaves off yet, but here's that same branch with a little bit of the fan leaves trimmed off. So now I'm gonna take that, dunk it into the baking soda and water bucket like that. Just shake it around gently, just for maybe like 20-25 seconds. You can see all the little chunks of leaves coming off, and at the end of it there's a thin film of crap on the top of the water. So I take that, keep going, keep shaking it, and then it's gonna go right into just the regular water bucket, and I'm gonna do the same thing. You can also just take a hose and rinse off the bud after the baking soda. I've also done that as well, so that's just how you kind of skip the idea of having two buckets. But I wanted to show the bucket situation. So you kind of just jiggle it around in the bucket of water, get all of the excess leaves and bugs and crap off of there, and then you let it drip dry like that. So I let it drip all the way to the point where it's, basically all the way dry, shake it out a little bit, and then I put it into that pan that I had from before. At the end of this, that pan is gonna have some water in it, which is fine. You just dump that water out, it's totally fine. But there's two buds, so I've already done two. 1, 2. I'm gonna go through and do all of the plants like that. I have 3 small plants just like that. So these are the pots afterwards. So I just basically save them over here. I'm gonna let them totally dry out. And then I'm gonna save whatever medium I can and then compost the stems. That are the buds. So that's all 3 plants worth. I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 ounces. It's not that much. And these are the Kahaki.Lights from Cascadia Seeds. They're autoflowers. I really didn't grow these with the intention of having them work. They just kind of developed and worked, so I kept them. I really didn't think they were going to come out that great. But they smell awesome, and I have to go through. A lot of the buds look like they are turning purple a little bit. There was like 2 sections that had bud rot on them, so I just cut those sections out. So I'll make sure when I'm trimming, I go through and just, if it has bud rot, just get rid of it. You can't use that piece. So whatever I get out of it is bonus to me, because I really didn't plan on having any of it. It smells excellent, so I'm assuming it's going to be excellent once it's actually dried and trimmed. And there's a comparison of that to my foot. I'm a size 11, so this is a big ass bud. It's huge. Those 2 buckets right there, those are the buckets I use. I'm just rinsing them out. Now, they're in my basement. So this is me in the basement. I'm just gonna roughly go through, trim off whatever big fan leaves I can get into this little pail. That's my compost pail. And then I'm gonna hang them up in this drying rack right here. What I do to hang them is I don't throw them on the surface of the netting. I use little green plant ties to hang it from the netting above, if that makes any sense. Just because I don't want them to rest on the netting, because then they get flat and then they look like shit. So here we go. Just going around real quick. This is not really like, perfection here. I'm just going through, trimming off the tips. I'm going to end up going through and trimming all like the stuff anyway. So this is just to trim it and make it look a little bit better. It dries better too when there's more leaves on it. So I've found over the times, just leave leaves on there. It makes it a little easier to dry it. Drying is a little bit easier that way also, because it's slower. So that's why I do it like this. Plus, I don't really want to sit down here for 2 hours, and I just don't have time like that. So I go through, there's the green plant tie that I was talking about. So I just kind of wrap it around the stem wherever I can see it. No fancy knots, none of that shit. Just tie it up, get it to secure on there. Then I'm going to demonstrate kind of what I do. I'm not going to show you how I do it because I only got one hand and it's hard to do it with the camera, but I'm putting it into there, twisting it like that so it hangs from the netting above like that. Just like that. Perfect. Come back in 2 weeks and check it out.